Come to pastry school in Paris with me. It's day 19 and we're making St Honoré. I have been looking forward to this day for so long because this is one of the pastries that made me want to come to pastry school in the first place. But because of the caramel involved, it truly is a labor of love to make them. There are a lot of technical steps and a lot of baking chemistry involved. But it's gonna be so fun. First, we made some tiny choux balls, baked them and let them cool. Some hazelnut tart shells, then a vanilla Japanese sponge cake, which is much more moist and fluffy than a regular sponge cake. And once that's baked, we can start the assembly. A little bit of pastry cream to act as glue, and the first base layer of Japanese sponge cake goes into the tart shells, and another layer of pastry cream goes on top of that. Now we have a well-structured and very delicious base for our St Honoré. We clean them up and make sure it's super flat, and then we can start building upwards. We let that cool for a little bit and then individually filled every single choux with pastry cream. As you see, or as you know, these choux really will become the star of the show because we dip each one in hard caramel. This is where the process gets tricky. Chef gave us a demo on how to dip each little ball into your caramel, swirl around, and then put it into a mold to cool. As soon as your caramel is the right color, you put it in ice to stop cooking, and it actually crystallizes, which is cool. Then you put it back on the stove at a 1, just enough so it stays liquid but doesn't keep getting a darker color because you want all of your balls to have an even color. I honestly went into this a little nervous because if you've ever been burnt by caramel, you know the last thing you ever want to be is burned by caramel. But honestly, if you take it slow, it's not so bad. First round is looking pretty good. But again, this is not easy. I dropped my choux in the caramel so many times, and then picking them up out of the caramel is even harder. I was literally gripping onto this for dear life. I don't even want to imagine what it's like to make a croquembouche. But after making about 30 plus of them, these are the results, and I'm so happy. We got a little demo on the piping for the St Honoré, which just makes it so much more beautiful and gives it so much dimension. We pipe a big ball of pastry cream in the center to give it more structure and, of course, flavor, and evenly place 3 caramel choux on each little cake. We pipe some vanilla ganache between each choux and 1 ball of vanilla ganache on top. And the grand finale, 1 last caramel choux right on top. This was truly so much fun to make. It's exactly the type of pastry that made me want to come to a French pastry school in the first place. I love the technicality and work that has to go into making something so beautiful and also just tastes so good. What a great day. Bye.